Good morning. Welcome back to the homestead. Beautiful sunshiny morning this morning. Still a little cool, very damp outside. Just from the dew, I guess. Anyway, I have to work on the RV this morning first thing. I have to put off the building project for now. We lost the water pump on the RV. We didn't lose it. It got run dry for quite a while because we ran out of water and it wasn't noticed that we were out of water. So it developed a leak. I've been questioning its ability to do its job for quite some time and threatening to replace it anyway. Well, guess what? Now we have to. It won't pump anything and it just leaks water. So we'll get on with that. I got to go gather up some tools. I got the new pump in already. I have it. I had to order it. And then we'll get to removing the old one, checking the lines out, and installing the new one. So let's get to it. That's the old one. That was a lot harder than I thought. And it mounted this way, which is not the direction I thought it was going to mount. I thought it mounted this way. I'll go get the new pump and see, hopefully it's the same. Okay. Fittings, strainer, and the pump. So the fittings all look like they'll line up and work just fine. The problem is mounting. I'm going to have to drill some new holes, and there's no room to do that. That's a problem. This could be a problem. Would be the perfect time to remount this pump in an area that makes it more serviceable, but without replacing every hose underneath this coach, and most of them are PEX lines, that's not really an option. So we'll have to see what I can do. First, I'm going to put some Teflon tape on this fitting for the strainer to go on, make sure that doesn't leak. Then we'll put Teflon tape on the other fittings to make sure they don't leak when we screw them together. Last thing we want is a leak after we replace the pump. You only want to hand tighten these. They're plastic. They're made to seal. So we don't want to get too carried away. I'm putting the strainer so that it faces out. That way it's easily serviceable and cleanable. When putting your Teflon tape on, you want to make sure you go with the threads in a tightening position, so righty-tighty. Otherwise, when you screw it on, if you have it the other way, it'll have a tendency to want to take the Teflon tape off, and it'll gall it up underneath the threads. connectors I was using, or am using, are these right here. They look like a regular butt connector, but they're not. They have low temperature solder in them. And then these two blue bands, if you can see them, are they are a glue. So you can put your wires in strip side together. Then you heat the heat shrink up and the glue. It'll hold them in place, and then you heat the solder up until it melts and solders the connection. I've had good luck with them before. We're going to try them again, see how it works. Well, clearly the negative did not hold. Well, better to find out now. Not much room to work in there, and I'm sorry you can't see better. I'll bring you in and kind of show you what's going on. Okay, you can see there, this is the positive right here. That one is good and melted together. I've tugged on it pretty hard, it won't pull apart. Back here is the negative. I haven't melted the solder yet. I just melted the heat shrink to hold the wires in place so I can melt the solder. When I'm done with that, I'll give it a good tug and see if it worked this time. If not, I may have to replace that wire with a longer one to get to do the job I want. This here is the suction line, and then the pressure line's right there. Oop, right there. The lighter's not getting hot enough to melt the solder. I need a propane torch. Maybe I'll just find some regular butt connectors and do it that way. Okay, well, I've been out looking for butt connectors that I know I have that I cannot find. I've ripped my truck apart and both toolboxes apart and the shop. Can't find them anywhere. So I'm going to have to use the solderless connect, or the low temperature solder connectors, which is ideal, but then I was looking for my propane torch and I couldn't find it anywhere. Then I remembered I saw one in a box when we moved the stuff over to the shop. So I've been digging through boxes to find this. So yay, I found this. And I was looking for screws because I needed longer screws because of the way this one mounts. And I think I've got screws that'll work. Now I just need to solder the ground, melt the ground so that it'll solder and see if that works. And then redo the positive and then hopefully mount it and then start hooking all of the stuff back up where it belongs. It's a mess, but here we go. Okay, we're going to try this again. Okay, well that worked. I'm going to get some tape and wrap around it though. It did melt the plastic on the outside. I don't want it to ground out on anything. So I'll go find some tape. Okay, got some electrical tape. Okay, now the mounting of these screws are long enough. I'm going to put washers on them so they don't go through the rubber. see if I can get them to go in there. Huh. Should have got my screwdriver ready. Put the right bit on it before I started this. Hard to hold the flashlight and the pump and the screwdriver. Uh-oh. I lost the screwdriver. There it is. Okay. More delays, more delays. I gotta find a better bit for the screwdriver. Maybe get my right angle impact screwdriver. We'll see. Alright, well, when all else fails, get more tools. Okay, I'm going to have to drill some new holes for these screws to go in. Because of the way this one discharges straight out the bottom, and it's a little bit longer, the filter is, I'm having to kick it up on just a little bit of an angle. So I'm going to have to drill 3 new holes, which should be interesting. The tricky part is to do this without hitting a water line, you know, having it drag on the drill bit and get a hole in it. So, and there's just no room. I don't know, that went through kind of easy. I'm worried it's not in a piece of metal, but we'll see pretty quick. Okay, I put one screw in the upper brace to hold it so it won't fall down. Now I'll get back to trying to get these lines hooked up. That should hold it. Okay, I think we got rid of the leaks. It built pressure. Seems like it's a little noisier than I wanted, but well, there you go. Not seeing any leaks. That's a good thing. Okay, that took about 10 times longer than I thought it was going to. Okay, maybe not 10 times. I figured it would take me an hour, but it took me several. But it's in. It's got a lot more flow and pressure than the other one, and not excessive. Just the other one was worn out, I guess. And so far no leaks. So yay, this chore is done. Thanks for watching on the homestead. We appreciate it. God bless you. We'll see you next time.